Hello, everyone. Believe it or not, this is my last recorded lesson for this semester. So a little excitement on my part because it's a lot of work to make all these and upload them to YouTube for you guys. But this is our last little mini lesson, and it again has to do with drawing people, but this time using a mannequin or a mannequin app. So, we've learned a lot of different techniques from different techniques, even within gesture drawing to the colored pencil layer technique. This time is about you posing a mannequin. Now, if you're in class, you get one of these fellas like this, and I've got 35 of them, so everyone can have one. And these are great. I'll be honest, I don't use one much anymore. Once you use these enough, it becomes what we call intuitive. You just you just get good at it, and then you look at this and go, that doesn't look much like a person. How is that going to help me draw a hand when the hand doesn't look like that? How is this going to help me draw a foot when feet don't quite look like that? But what it is proportionate. It is 8 heads tall. If you take this and you measure and go down, it's actually 8 heads tall, and the waist is right where it should be, and the belly button is right where it should be, and the shoulders are 3 heads wide. So yeah, it's kind of a crude device for learning to draw people, but it is surprisingly proportionate. So that's why they're nice. And they don't bend in every direction, and sometimes they don't hold a certain pose. Let's say you want to make someone saluting or something. Eh, well, good luck with that. I guess you'd have to tape it there or something. Um, the legs move one way and the other way, but they don't move this way out. So they're okay. The nice thing is about them, if you're new at drawing people, these things are, I get them for $5 because I get them through an art teacher catalog. In fact, I think at IKEA, I saw them for like $6.99. They make mini ones this size. They make full size human ones. But for sure, you could find one, say, shipped to your house for under $10. So, maybe get one if you're an artist and you want to pursue art, or you could just put it up on the shelf so people will look at it and go, oh, you must be an artist. But you can use them. And here's how you use them. Let me show you under my document camera here. You draw it out, something like this. There we go. And again, what's cool is using some little marks to the side, the waist is halfway up, the chest, 1/4. There's the head. So you go down 2 heads, you're at the chest. 4 heads, you're at the waist. A couple more heads down, you're right below the kneecap. Now, what I want you guys to do is to draw out a mannequin, something like that, but then turn it into something. Hopefully you can see just this top layer here. Now, you could use your tracing paper to do this if that's helpful. If you don't have any tracing paper, just erase out the nuts and bolts of your mannequin and just try to end up with this as the final layer. So when I drew this mannequin sort of from the back, I looked at it and said, that kind of looks like a guy in a business suit pitching his idea. I think you should buy my product. And I gave it clothing and a simple background. So that's the idea, is to take a basic pose and turn it into something else. Here's another. I'll sort of show you in 3 layers here. You draw out the mannequin, which again is 8 heads tall. It's proportionate. And you might even do a second layer if you like the layer technique. You might do something like this, where it's you just get rid of the nuts and bolts and you just have the person. So the foot is the right size. That's what's the best part about this. But now it looks more like a foot. The hand, that doesn't look much like a hand, but it's the right size for a hand. So it can help you to draw a proportionate person. And I really don't need to see a nude person or something that looks like a store mannequin. I'd like you to take it to the next level and turn it into somebody. This is kind of hard to see with all these layers, but we're looking for the final product. And I don't really care about the face. We've done faces. I really care, can you, give this mannequin some clothing, a simple backdrop, maybe a cast shadow, to take it from this layer to this layer. So although you might start with a mannequin, this is the final product I'm looking for on your sketchbook page, okay? And I just need to see one of these. This is just a one and done. This is sort of the closest we're gonna get to a final figure drawing in this class, given that in our COVID environment, we're not gonna have time to bust out a final figure drawing. I do wanna let you know there are plenty of other mannequins that exist. Here's one that's made by Art S. Buck. Now these are a little more serious. These are more like an action figure, and they bend and move and twist and articulate in all different number of motions. I mean, you can bend this part here. I mean, that's pretty cool. Some of them have interchangeable hands and stuff, so you can really make this look like somebody. The main thing is make it into a believable pose. Don't do something wacky like this, where the foot can't actually do that, and then try to draw it, or else you're setting yourself up for kind of a funky looking drawing. That's not going to work. Now they make these in girls and boys. She looks like she's picking her nose there, but you control the pose. So that's what's kind of cool about these. And you can take them off the base here. Get rid of this. And these will do lots of things that the others can't. So if you've got, gosh, I want to say I spent about $30 on these. I mean, these guys can kneel. They can do all kinds of cool stuff. It's hard to see from the side, but the way that they bend and twist is much more impressive, and you can really see the musculature. And again, they're not perfectly anatomically correct, but a lot closer. And the way they bend and move, oh, so much nicer. So if you're an artist and you really want to get good at drawing people, that's a great way to go. Now, I fully realize that most of you don't have one of these at home. Yes, you could go get one, but you don't have to. There's a lot of different places you could go. One is your phone. Let's zoom in here. I'll just show you one that I downloaded. Let's bring this up. First of all, let's just go to, like I've got an Android, but if I go to the Play Store and I just type in, let's see, here we are, Mannequin, there it is right there. And that's how you spell mannequin, by the way. Well, let's just hit that, see what happens. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of them. Female mannequin, Spinosaurus. Yes, you can get dinosaur mannequins, hand mannequins, raptors. There's alligators and tigers and men and sharks and anything you want. And the cool thing is you download one of those and you can make it move. You control it just like you would an actual tactile 3D mannequin. One that I downloaded, because there's a ton of them, I just downloaded a male version, but you could download male or female. This one's called Male Mannequin, which is kind of cool. I'll just show you how this one works really quick. And again, if you have an Apple phone, you can type, go to Magic Poser, Poser Doll, Mannequin, spelled Manikin. So kind of like it sounds. There's just a ton. This one's really cool though, because you can, first of all, you can zoom in. Ooh, I didn't mean to zoom in there. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can change the lighting. Like, yes, you can actually, let's make this brighter here. You can move the lighting around the person to change where the shadows are or go up and down. I mean, it's just amazing the stuff you can do with this. You can rotate this person in different degrees, zoom in, zoom out. Let's go to the joints. Just for example, let's say, whoa, too fast. Let's say you want to show all the joints and you want to make this wrist move. Well, you can move that wrist up and down, left and right. You can bend each individual finger if you want, like just this knuckle. I mean, are you kidding me? So you can totally turn this mannequin into whatever you want. You can even animate it and make it move. I mean, it's pretty endless. Yes, we can make it blow a kiss if you want. Wow. You guys are lucky. You live in a place, or in a time, I should say, where you've got access to this technology when I didn't. When I was your age, I had to go into the library, hopefully go find a good book on how to draw people, maybe an anatomy book or something. And then I would try to find the right, page that would be helpful for me. And that's all I had. Like, you guys have the internet. You guys have, it's absolutely amazing. So that's one place to go. Go to your phone, check out an app, download it on your tablet or your phone, and you position your person and then try to do your mannequin drawing. So it might be a virtual one. I'll show you another one really quick though that I downloaded on my computer. This one's called Design Doll. So this is on my laptop. I have just an HP, ProBook laptop. Just click start and I'll show you how this works. Sharing has stopped. Let me bring that back up. Give me 1 second. There we go. Let's try that again. It's not letting me go to that. Well, don't you love when the technology doesn't work and I'm in the middle of recording a presentation? I think maybe this will work. Let's try this. Hey, there we are. All right. So you see my ugly mug up here. Now, some cool things you can do with this. Check this out. First of all, you can drop in backgrounds. Like you could drop in perspective, which is kind of cool. So maybe you want some kind of background back here. Let's drop in something else and bring that up. So you can make it look like it's in a believable city or something. But let's work with this person. Let's work with the body. And you can change the shape. You can go to, for example, the torso. And now, first of all, you can move it. You can move the head this way and that way and tilt it this way and that. Let's have her look up and away like she's checking out an airplane. Let's go to the torso and we can bend things. You can make it natural or even unnatural, like, oh, that looks a little uncomfortable. But you can kind of control the spine line and you can control the hands and how they move. You can pull them out and do all kinds of cool stuff. So that's kind of cool. And you can do stuff like this. Let me zoom back out here. So I can rotate this figure in different degrees, different ways, tilt them to the side. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but just tons of stuff. Move them forward in the scene, move them back in the scene. I mean, you guys should really explore this. But here's one of the coolest features is you can really make it the person you want. Let's make this more realistic. Let's make the head look more like a real person. And let's make the upper half look, let's make it look like some muscular person or something. Gosh, there's so many of these. Hey, here we go. Let's do this. And you can control the amount of muscles. So let's make it super muscular. And let's give this person some abs. Whoa, look at that. And we can make the arms bigger. Let's make this person like just a giant Gundus behemoth. And we can change the legs. So this one's starting to look a little silly, like this person's been in the gym a bit much. But you can control all that stuff. And of course, yes, you can control their pose. You can move every little finger. They're just really cool. So I'm just scratching the surface here of what's possible. There's so many. But at the end of the day, what I need you guys to do is make a mannequin pose, whether you've got an actual one or a virtual one. And I want you to take it to this level. Draw out your mannequin, turn it into someone. For the full 50 points, I'm going to need to see some kind of clothing or costuming and some kind of a simple background, okay? It doesn't have to be a super background. It could be as simple as this, but ground your figure so that your figure is not just floating in midair, okay? Put that in your sketchbook right after your colored pencil layered drawings, and I'll give you 50 points. I'll bet it'll take you, anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. And that is the task for the day. All right, guys, good luck to you. I'll check those next time I check your sketchbooks. See ya.